If I had two words that I could use in terms of what's happening here, it's identity and community. Identity is who are you, right? Who are you? How can we help you passionately get aligned with that purpose? And then community. Because you know who you are, then you can connect with a community of others who know who they are to build something together. And so while we have the opportunity to have somebody in our sphere of influence, how do we not just get them into the basics, but how do we get them turned on? As we're doing our work, we're either planting, we're either watering, or we get to witness the transformation. A New Entry, it exists to help individuals who are experiencing homelessness, who have experienced incarceration or chemical dependence, to move into a place of being fully alive. So the individuals we get to work with, there's no doubt that they've experienced some life challenges, right? And there's no doubt that they're looking up. And so fully alive is the idea of not just recognizing you've gone through some things, but there's a purpose for your life. It starts with somebody making a call. That could be a case manager representing an individual. It could be the individual themselves.
I get them screened. I see what program they are fit for, whether it be treatment or transitional housing, or even the second one, which is recovery supportive.
When everybody first comes in, we kind of look at like what you already have, where you're at. So meeting you where you're at, so we start there, and then we start developing a plan to say, where do you want to go first? And then these are potentially options that you can explore. Our goal is that nobody leaves back into homelessness.
Whereas a traditional treatment center, you might discharge after 30 days. With us, you're staying as long as you need to accomplish your goals to move into sustainable housing.
We can help with addiction and you getting sober, but what happens when you leave us?
It's hard to finish something or complete something if you are not stable.
How am I going to get better if I don't have a place to do it? I've had life experience with addiction. I've had life experience with homelessness. I began to try to get sober on my own, led back to a couple of relapses, and then I found this program, Passages, and it was through Caritas, and they gave me a voucher for a year, which helped me get sober. I didn't have to worry about, hey, what do I have to do to get hotel money to sleep somewhere safe tonight? I had an apartment for a year that allowed me to get sober, get a job, and go back to school.
That safe place, that community, and that housing can all help facilitate that, right? You know that when you leave wherever you're going, you got a place to go to you can call your own. You know that you can nest, that you can recover, that you can recharge, so you get back after it.
If they have a stable place, like that's a great foundation mark. It's a great place to say like, this is a huge marker in helping them get everything else that they need.
You can address everything, but if I don't have a stable environment, I'm going back to what I know.
We found this location out here in Del Valley. Now it's approximately 3,000 to 4,000 square feet of functional space, which, if you do the math, is about a fourth or a fifth of what we've been into before. So we've really been trying to figure it out here. The challenge with this space out here is we had to reduce our bed capacity by about half. So we're trying to build that capacity back up, we're trying to maximize how we can use this space. What's the mission here? The mission is to ignite hope and hunger in the hearts of these men and women to live fully alive.
There's one point in so many people's faces where you can see the light turn on.
And so that keeps us going, you know, despite, you know, lack of funding, despite, you know, having to move a couple of times this year. You know, it's like, man, the mission, the vision is greater than these challenges and difficulties.
I'm always willing to help, and our organization will always be there to help.
What we see a lot of is people getting caught into a cycle or a system, and it's just recycling them of saying like that's not actually resolving or helping them with the issues. So then in turn, they're just going back into the system of incarceration or treatment or back on the streets.
So I teach the class on Thursdays, but that's my time to encourage people to not just see this as another treatment process if they've gone through treatment before, but see it as an opportunity to move into being fully alive by addressing some of these things that have been holding them down.
We get a head start on them trying to work through, get to the bottom of it, and know that there's something better out there.
We're still expanding, we're still growing, we're still trying to figure out how it is that we can capture more people, and so we have the opportunity to help move them into being fully alive.